Hey you guys, so welcome to the stream. How you guys doing? Um mm, 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 okay. Wanted. Okay. Hmm.
so far is just because we've gotten a lot of guys to contribute. And I think the guys we have in this clubhouse, we have a lot of talent, but we believe in each other, and I think we're able to get the best out of each other and make the guys around us better. And I think everybody that comes in knows their role and has just been able to stay successful.
I just keep playing like we are right now. I don't think anybody's too worried about that. We're just trying to work on the things that we feel like we are our strengths and just go out there and perform. I mean, there are going to be times during the season when you don't play as well as others. I think it was key that we
I will let you
got
guys
off to
know.
a start
Please
and
subscribe on my YouTube. I just want you guys to subscribe on my YouTube. Appreciate it. Just keep going, the subscribers.
In San Francisco Giants history, this 2025 team getting in the record books with a 7-1 start. This has been quite impressive what they've been able to do, Richie. And I think you go to last night, 2 nights ago, they had the 11 inning game. You had to use 8 pitchers, but then last night it's a much easier game for the Giants. I think it takes a little bit of stress off the pitching staff. And then also when you get a 4-1 win, takes a little relief off of the batters too.
I will try to stay a little bit longer on the stream. So I will try to stay a little bit longer on the stream because I've never been seeing you guys for a while. So I am back on the live stream.
a little bit of old school baseball. Pitching, defense, timely hitting, get guys over. And for a team to do what they did in spring training and carry it over into the season, you don't see that very often. Because honestly, spring training doesn't really matter a lot of times unless you have guys fighting for a spot on the team, maybe like a root in the rotation. But these guys from day one went out and played baseball the way that Buster and Bob and those guys want them to play, and they've carried it over to day one. So for me, it started in spring training with these guys. It was spring training for this team was important this year because of what the last 2 years have looked like. So they've carried it over from day one, and now we're seeing where they're at. It's 7-1. Big winning streak right now, and now we'll see if they can sweep their second series of the year.
Yeah, the 6-game winning streak right now, the best in all of Major League Baseball. You bring up spring training. I did talk with Matt Chapman and Logan Webb and sat down with Alex Pavlovich as well at spring training to talk about Buster Posey taking over and how that shifted the culture within the Giants. Take a listen to this.
What kind of culture are you trying to build here this spring?
It starts with Buster, and then this is Bowmel and our staff second year, and everybody's kind of preaching the same thing, and then all of our players, we're bought in, we believe it, and that's the kind of way we want to go out about the business. Is everybody's together, we're a team. It doesn't matter who's in that room, we're counting on each other, we believe in each other, and I think that's going to go a long way because we're going to be, we're a good team, and we're going to be able to get the best out of each other and be the most consistent team possible when we're doing those things right. And that's the way baseball. It's as stupid as it sounds. The little things are the things that add up, and if we're taking care of all the little things, the big things are going to happen.
Well, how different does this feel from maybe 2 years ago during the season when there was a lot of talk about accountability and
I
culture?
will put this in the background so because I don't want to see my nails behind me. So
In, and I think
um
they've done a great job of just bringing the right guys in, the right players in, the right coaching staff. There's a lot of winning, a lot of winners, and
this is I'm trying to help him that
just to come
this is I want to
kind of
hopefully
talk
to
about
get some I save my money,
going to bat
so
for each other. They've been
I just want to put this on the
really good,
background.
especially early in the spring. I think we've already started it. When we started before spring, there was a lot of guys here working out and doing stuff together. And this is the most I felt like the team has been this close. And I think it's just going to keep getting better. I think we're just going to keep gelling together and keep the vibes high, I would say. And that's when I think the wins start happening.
Those two of the team leaders for the Giants, and both of them quick to point out Buster Posey. Now, Posey does not want any of this credit, but the players, if you talk to them, Justin Verlander, Willie Adames, Matt Chapman, Logan Webb, that culture shift, a lot of that is thanks to Buster Posey.
Of course it is. And some of these guys played with Buster, some of them played against Buster. They know what type of player, person, competitor he is. And for me, the one that sticks out is competitor. Buster Posey doesn't like losing, whether it's playing on the field or running this team from the front office. And, listen to those two guys talk right now. I read a quote the other day on social media, and it was something about how to succeed. And it said, small steps lead to big things. And I think that's what this team kind of sounds like to me right now. They're taking it day by day, taking baby steps. And when you take all those baby steps and you learn to walk, then next thing you know, you're in a full sprint ahead. So I think they're taking their cue off the guy at the top and Buster. And I think Bob and Buster have a really good relationship. The staff, you got a staff this year that guys, I mean, no offense to anybody, but they actually played in the big leagues for a long time. So, you know, the players, I think, have more of a propensity to listen to guys that have been through the battles than people that have not. So I think they built a really good system here and under a really good guy to run this thing, Buster Posey.
There's a lot of trust there between Buster Posey and these players and the organization. That goes a long way. Let's get a look at the odds for Game 3 of this 3-game series between the Mariners and the Giants. This brought to you by Great Resort and Casino. It's the Giants who are favored to win today in San Francisco. The over-under is set at 7.5 total runs scored. So keep that in mind as you're watching the game. Coming up next on Giants Pregame Live, brought to you by Wendy's. Where do the Giants rank statistically compared to others in Major League Baseball in some key categories? We're going to show you the numbers. They'll be impressive to you, I hope. Come on back after this break and you'll find out.
Word on the street is everyone loves our Sonic Smasher. With its hand-smashed patties made to order, melty cheese, and Italy potato buns. But let's hear it directly from the fans. That was deep. The Sonic Smasher. Live free, eat Sonic.
We are Grocery Outlet and we are your Bargain Bliss Market. What's Bargain Bliss? You know that feeling you get when you find the name brands you know and love, but for way, way less? That's Bargain Bliss. Everyone's favorite sale is back. The 20% off wine sale is on now through April 8th. We have hundreds of wines to choose from at prices so low you won't believe it. And every single bottle is 20% off. Stock up now before April 8th.
Grocery Outlet, Bargain Market.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, serves up bottomless chips and salsa, a drink, and the delicious Big Smasher Burger with twice the beef of a Big Mac. Maybe they should change that name. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
This is the place where Stanley Cup dreams come true.
I look different. I play different.
You're the greatest defense ever played the game. Winning becomes a lifestyle.
The Golden State Warriors on top of the NBA world.
All right, I still want here, just.
ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
NHL on ESPN Plus is back. Enjoy 1,000+ out-of-market games, exclusive matchups, marquee NHL events, and so much more. That's hockey on ESPN Plus.
All right. I just waiting for more people to comment.
Some Sunday afternoon baseball at Oracle Park, a beautiful day in San Francisco. The Giants have never swept the Mariners in a 3-game series in their brief interleague history. That goes back to 1997, so that would be a feat the Giants looking to accomplish today. Let's get a look at some of the notable categories where the Giants rank top 5 in all of the majors. Some key categories here, of course, win percentage with their 7-1 start to the season. But runs scored per game, stolen bases, very impressive. You look at some of the ERAs, the team ERA, 4th best in the majors. Bullpen ERA, 3rd best, and errors with just 1, tied for 1st. Let's listen to Matt Chapman on how this team has been winning in a multitude of ways.
Definitely gives us confidence. I think it, just kind of goes with what we were preaching in spring training, is just being a baseball team and having a lot of guys that can do a lot of different things. So if we have guys that can run the bases, play defense, pitch, hit for power, put the ball in play, move runners, if we can do all those, little things, we can find ways to win any kind of game.
Richie, there was a lot of information on that graphic, a lot to take in. When you see that for the first time, what stands out to you?
I mean, for me, it's the stolen bases. And if you look through 8 games last year, they had 0 stolen bases. Now they have 11 through 8 this year. And I'll dive a little deeper into it. I feel like it's never been easier to steal bases, in my opinion, in the big leagues. The bases are a hair bigger. right? You can only pick over 2 times in a row. And catchers, because they want to steal a low pitch, are on their knees half the time, on one knee. So it's hard to make that transition to get up and make a good throw to second base. So why not take advantage of it? If you have a guy with average or a little better than average speed, you're going to have some stolen bases. And you see that through the first 8 games this season. I mean, 0 last year at this point in time to 11 at this point in time this year. I think that's one of the bigger things that stand out in my mind. But of course, a lot of the other things are as important as that.
Well, last night we saw Jean Lee get the only stolen base for the Giants. In last night's game, that ended up producing a run for San Francisco. So we've seen that quite a few times throughout this 6-game win.
All right. So I won't be doing the stream next week. So I will do it another day. So have a good day and goodbye.